In today's video, we're going to be reacting to some of the creepiest videos that I could find on TikTok. Let's get into it.
If you're a paranoid type, don't watch this video because it'll probably freak you out. Remember that mind-bending movie Inception where no one's thoughts are safe while in a dream state? Well, that looks to be coming true. Recent groundbreaking experiments have shown that real-time dialogue with a dreaming person is possible, and researchers have communicated directly with lucid dreamers. That's where you're aware while you're dreaming. They're getting them to answer questions and even solve simple math problems, all while in that dream state. In these studies, participants signaled their lucidity through prearranged eye movements. Researchers then posed questions using spoken words, beeping tones, or even flashing lights. And, astonishingly, the dreamers responded correctly in real time, demonstrating that two-way communication during dreams is achievable. This breakthrough opens up exciting possibilities, of course. Imagine rehearsing a speech or practicing a sport or even confronting personal anxieties all within the safety of your dream world. It also offers a novel avenue for studying consciousness and the mysteries of the sleeping mind. But what about the other side of it? If scientists can now interact with us during our dreams, could our innermost thoughts and secrets be at risk? What would you be willing to explore or protect in your dreamscape? Share your thoughts in the comments.
That's a pretty interesting study. I see that those articles were a few years old at this point, but I don't think I would feel very comfortable just having random people in my head while I'm dreaming, but I like the idea of being able to lucid dream freely and not have to worry about being on autopilot while I'm dreaming. That's what really needs to get figured out more than anything, is just how to always be able to lucid dream so that you can enjoy the inner workings of your mind at your own pace. I would like that at least.
According to him, he's been here before, and what he saw last time left him shaken. Now he's back to document the strange figure he had encountered before. And this is what he caught.
I'm on the ground, I'm by my tree stand where I had the encounter last time. It was right here behind that trees where he kept poking out before. Okay, I keep hearing these sounds. Also, guys, another thing I need to point out, I don't look at my camera all the time. I look off in the distance because it does help me the way I'm... Wow, the way I'm filming. I just heard something. Okay guys, hold on 1 second. Okay guys, there's something. Whoa, guys, right there, guys. What the f? And it moved. Should I approach it? Holy, I knew it, guys. I knew this because I had this gut feeling, man, that I was being watched when I come out earlier.
A shadow-like figure can be seen lurking behind a tree.
I mean, overall, this guy does not sound like he's acting. He does sound genuine, but the footage does look a little iffy. Nonetheless, I would be very disturbed if I seen someone peeking around the corner like that at me, especially during hunting season.
Look, TikTok, this is not true, this is not facts, okay? But guys, what if this whole makeup thing is because they wanted to cover the skin or the fake skin just to walk amongst us? I read about it. Makeup, you know, you put the face so you could serve some type of god and goddesses and all that stuff. I get it, right? But you have to realize how much they pushing this. Some of you guys do not need makeup. All you're doing is you are destroying your skin because it doesn't belong to you, okay? It belongs to them because they need it, all right? So, please, I know it's a big fashion statement and all that stuff, but what if this is where it belongs? Because they need it. Sunscreen, you get it? I'm just saying, man.
That's a funny theory, but I don't know if I necessarily buy it. Being that a lot of people say reptilians or lizard people basically rule the world, I wouldn't see them wanting to sell a product or display a product that helps benefit them. But then again, they have to have the money to process it somehow, so maybe. Let me know what you guys think.
Why do y'all think it is that these people are always paying homage to and glorifying Vampires. You do know what vampires actually do, don't you? Where do you think that came from? Do you not think that maybe we have traditional vampires on this earth with us right now and we just don't know it? Because I guarantee you we do. And what's even crazier than that is, remember, she who played in the movie Wicked has been promoted and chosen to be Jesus Christ. Her glorifying this. And y'all think God's gonna be fine with that? No, he's not. But keep watching it and you'll see what happens to America. And it wouldn't be the Oscars without them showing you right in your face what it is. Not Adam, it's the pyramid. The pyramid. But what I found extremely odd was they had the firefighters from LA on the stage, and the Oscars is for acting. And also, what is this circle in the background? Pretty irrelevant, right? Is it possible? A technological circle? And not just a circle, but yes, it's in a giant pyramid too. Is the all-seeing eye in our day and age technology? Like, you know, the AI on all of our phones that knows everything we ever do? Anyways, this is all satire. I'm just being stupid.
I didn't get to watch the Oscars. I didn't even know it was playing. But I can't believe that lady's playing as Jesus. That can't be right. That's a lot of crazy stuff going on right there. Let me know what you guys think about all this, because that's pretty crazy. Hey, if you haven't done so already and you're enjoying the show, give it a like. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. For everyone that's currently watching and or subscribed, thank you guys so much for supporting the channel.
The reason why you're having a hard time sleeping is because the Earth is going through an ascension process. The Schumann resonance has been spiking, and if you're ascending with the new Earth, you are going to feel it. If you're feeling overwhelmed, depressed, anxious, having ringing in the ears, trouble sleeping, or you're oversleeping because your body needs rest, these are all signs that you are shifting with the new Earth. The ascension process is not smooth and easy and can feel chaotic. So just know the louder the chaos, the closer you are to the new beginning, or the closer you are to breaking through the new beginning. So this is a good sign that you are aligning with your highest good. So rather than feeling chaotic or overwhelmed or that you're on the wrong path, it's actually a sign that you're exactly where you need to be, because you are shifting with the new Earth. And not everybody is going to shift. It's an individual thing. It's just a sign that you are adjusting your frequencies to match the new Earth's frequency, because the Earth is going through an ascension process as well. And all the chaos that you're seeing is just a sign that the Earth is shedding the old and allowing the new to come in. And the exact same thing happens on an individual level. If you're feeling depression, think about it as compression, which means you're going within and you're navigating the changes that you're going through. Rather than feeling like you're depressed, you're just going through a transitional period. So all of these signs are just part of the ascension process. And rather than feeling overwhelmed, just know that new beginnings are right around the corner.
I am personally not depressed, but I do have a hard time sleeping. That's one of my biggest weaknesses. I can't sleep very well at all. I'm lucky to get maybe 5 hours at night. So I think I've been going through a shift for a while.
Ariana Grande just told us that somebody is messing with her mental. Her up top, her brain. They wiping away her memory, y'all. So during the Oscars, a reporter asked Ariana Grande about her anticipated album deluxe to her 2024 album, Eternal Sunshine, where she responded and said she can't remember too much because she's gone through, or she went through, memory erasure. So I looked it up, and now it's kind of making sense. Maybe that's why her appearance is changing. That's probably why she was acting weird in them interviews with Cynthia Erivo. Y'all, this shit crazy, y'all. Look at this.
The Brighter Days memory erasure treatment to me, so I'm having trouble remembering the details. They're foggy because at the Brighter Days clinic they do the memory erasure, you know? The memory erasure, they erase the...
Her fans like, y'all slow. She just trolling. That's not the case. She can pass it off to y'all like she trolling, the fans. But I know what it is. It's crazy how they can do stuff right in people's face and they be so blind to see that they're telling the truth. She even put it in a music video. But they just like, Oh, it's a music video. No, she's trying to explain to y'all what's going on. So in this music video, they're trying to spin it as something with love, like she's trying to erase a person from a memory. But that's not the case, y'all.
I can't find anything about memory erasure, so I don't know. I don't know if she is actually trolling or if that's some kind of medical procedure and she's just trying to have certain memories removed. I really truly don't know, but I can't find out anything about it.
A lot of people are saying that the end is near. Y'all listen to these trumpets and tell me what y'all think.
It's been going for what, 30 seconds? That is loud.
That sounds like a jet.
2 minutes straight it's been doing. That is loud. That sounds like military helicopters.
Whatever it is, it's still going. That is loud, whatever that is.
This is sound going on in Nampa right now.
It was way louder a second ago too.
It's just stationary.
I don't know what it could all be.
Bad.
I mean, it sounds like a jet flew overhead.
Yeah.
It's not.
Now, a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago at this point, I was hearing kind of similar sounds. It was sounding like a jet somewhere off in the distance. Pretty loud. There has been a lot of people reporting these weird sounds happening in the skies. So let me know in the comments, have any of you guys heard any of these weird sounds in the sky? And if you have, what do you think that they were?
People are freaking out after what they just found. Coincidence or not, this is genuinely insane. But apparently a lot of people didn't know about this until now and are freaking out. In 1889 and 1893, way over 100 years ago, did these books release? As I go through this video, it's going to get progressively crazier and crazier, so stick with me. 2 books released, The Marvelous Adventures of Baron Trump and the second book called The Last President. Essentially a series of books following this guy, Baron Trump. In the book there's loads of characters, 2 main ones, a guy named Pence and his father figure that takes him on his journey called Don. In the books, Don and Baron are going through these portals and travelling through time to various locations on these adventures, until the Last President book where Don becomes president on 5th Avenue, and all kinds of crazy stuff follows from that point onwards. But also when you look at Baron Trump from the front cover of the book, a lot of people have been saying they see the similarities between the Baron Trump we know, which is pretty mental. Now, what else was happening around this time period aside from the books? Well, this guy, Nikola Tesla, who was trying to essentially invent time travel. Some of his inventions were pretty insane, and a lot of it was kind of hidden away. After his passing, some high officials were basically asked, well, look over this documentation. Was it real? Was it fake? Everybody kind of gave their input, and one person threw them away and went, yeah, it's fake. And that person was Donald Trump's uncle.
We're all told to shoot for the moon, but over the weekend, a Texas aerospace company actually hit it, making it the first fully successful landing on the moon by a private firm. It's the second private mission to the moon, but you might recall the first lander toppled over after touchdown. For our in-depth report, Mark Strassman looks at the mission behind the historic feat.
Y'all set the landing. We're on the moon.
The landing, flawless. The first pictures, stunning. Firefly's Blue Ghost lander casting a shadow across the lunar surface. In the distance, the Earth, and all of us 240,000 miles away.
I'm so proud of that lander and the team that built it. It's incredible.
Ray Allensworth is spacecraft program director at Firefly Aerospace.
All right, go ahead. Yeah.
Well, we first met her and her company's Blue Ghost lunar lander 3 months ago. 6 feet tall, 11 feet wide, with 4 landing legs now touching lunar dust.
So their camera is distributed basically all the way around the landers.
Ignition. And
Launched in January, Blue Ghost cameras captured video of its journey from Earth to lunar orbit. Its mission, deliver 10 payloads to the lunar surface for NASA.
So if we kind of look down, you see over there, you see that spout kind of coming down?
I do.
So that's the drill, and it will deploy down and go into the lunar surface.
This drill will try to penetrate 9 feet below the surface to measure temperature. Another experiment will vacuum up loose lunar rock and dust.
Our payloads are collecting data so we can figure out what does it feel like to be on the lunar surface, to operate on the lunar surface. So all that data will inform when we actually return humans to the moon.
It really does open up a whole new way for us to get more science to space and to the moon.
Blue Ghost should survive about 2 weeks or 1 lunar day until the sun sets and its batteries drain.
It's nervous to think about.
But for Allensworth, until Sunday, the moon seemed so far away. Not anymore.
You just imagine, like, that's where it's going to be, but now you know it's there. And that's a totally different feeling. So, yeah, the next full moon, I just won't sleep. I'll stare at it all night.
1 moon landing at a time. Space companies like Firefly now prove that they have the right stuff.
You guys are going to have to let me know what you guys think about this, because, you know, a lot of people on my channel, there's a good deal of people that do not believe in the moon.
What's up, everybody? We've got big news in the fight for UFO transparency. Senator Mike Rounds is reintroducing the UAP Disclosure Act again. This will be the 3rd time that they tried to pass legislation demanding transparency about UAPs and non-human intelligence. Why does this even matter? Well, because experts warn that without controlled disclosure, we could face a chaotic, destabilizing revelation, one that could shake global politics and erode public trust. If you imagine China lands on the moon and claims first contact with an unknown intelligence, and the world believes them, whether it's true or not, the US would be left scrambling to regain credibility. For decades, US agencies have withheld critical information about UAPs and technologies of unknown origins. The UAPDA would change that by creating a UAP records collection and an oversight board to release long classified documents, while still protecting legitimate national security. But there is a problem to all this. Powerful defense contractors and intelligence insiders really don't want this bill to pass. And in fact, the UAPDA was gutted last year because full transparency means accountability. And that's a problem for those who have something to hide. So the real question is, will Congress finally act? Is the 3rd time a charm? Or will secrecy win again? Stay informed, stay engaged. The truth matters.
That's a very good point that he brought up of if China said that they had information from someone on the moon that was of extraterrestrial origin. That would definitely put a light under America. They would be like, oh yeah, we got to definitely do something about this. They're overhanding us at this point. But what if that is what America's doing for the world right now with the whole UAP, UFO stuff? Like, why is America one of the really big countries that talks about it more than most? At least from my understanding. Could have the Roswell incident been the start of a mass deceiving setup to fool other countries into thinking, oh, they may have started some kind of unidentified flying object secret program where they're reverse engineering all of these alien aircrafts. And now the other countries that are kind of like nervous about us are even more nervous because we may have more advanced technology. I could definitely see that being the case. And it's just getting to the point now where it's so much and it's so out of hand that they're like, okay, yeah, we have to create these organizations now just to make other countries think we're in the win. I don't know, that's a pretty interesting theory. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.
I never thought werewolves existed. Now I'm not so sure. There have been tons of report of Dogman, which is almost a werewolf type creature. And everyone's heard of Bigfoot and Sasquatch and Lizard Man and all the common ones. People are saying this thing is not Dogman or Bigfoot or anything else but a werewolf. I can't verify 100% exactly where this picture was taken, but allegedly outside of a Texas zoo. I know your first thoughts are probably my thoughts. It's someone in a costume or a mask. I debated on not even sharing this picture, but the more I look at it, I'm not so sure. This isn't the only alleged werewolf sighting.
It looks like
here
it's
recently.
holding a
I've been
fork.
hearing tons, and I'm not 100% sure if it's Dog Man. I don't think so. I think there's maybe some difference. If you need to zoom in, take screenshots, do something with the lighting, I want to know what you think. Examine this picture. It could be a hoax. I'm not sure. I want to know what you think. Let me know in the comments.
I don't think it's
If you
real.
have any kind of paranormal evidence you would like to share, any story, picture, or video, my email is listed in my bio.
Who's ready for abject biological horror today? It has finally happened. The first commercially available computer that runs on tiny human brains has been released. Cortical Labs, that would be the same research group out of Australia who first demonstrated sentience in the tiny lab-grown human brains by embodying them in a simulated game world. They released a computer. Meet CL1, a fully integrated computational system that can keep brain organoids alive and used for computation for 6 months. Now, 6 months is not as long as they're able to be kept alive. They can be kept alive for 12 months or more, but the longer that they exist, the more solidified their neurons become, so to say, and as they slowly expire of hypoxia, their use is limited, so 6 months is probably a pretty good bet to have a very efficient computer system. These living systems require a lot less energy compared to traditional AI systems, and they can be integrated with AI. Cortical Labs is also releasing a similar subscription model so you can use brain organoids at a distance. These guys function on a feedback system. They get rewarded and they can be punished. Interestingly, the first brain organoid computer chips relied on a single neural type. I wouldn't have expected that to be less efficient than more complex brain organoids, but that certainly seems to be the case. Having multiple different neural types that communicate with each other allow them to do more complex tasks. AI-enabled brain organoids have an edge over traditional AI systems. They have access to all the information that an AI system would have, but there's a human element. Real cognition. Not cognition that comes from hallucinations or dreaming, but cognition that comes from the randomness that actually occurs in our brains that allows us to grow and develop around a task. Now, the ultimate goal of this kind of research may be to create a co-scientist, though we've only just started to scratch the surface of exactly what they can be useful for. There's research groups all over the world right now looking at just that.
I'm disturbed a little bit, honestly. That's kind of sad. These are like living creatures or little tiny brains that they put through a game simulation just to occupy their time, and they only live 6 months in a consumer or commercial computer. I don't know. That doesn't sit right with me. That's kind of sad.
This is really going to get me assassinated. It's more than just insider trading. Like the insider trading stuff, like the stock portfolio stuff is quite trackable, but there's it's a lot more than insider trading.
The way they're acquiring wealth.
Correct.
And what other methods?
I mean, this is really going to get me assassinated. It's like I'm not lengthening my lifespan by explaining this stuff, to say the least. I mean, I was supposed to go back to DC. How am I going to survive? This fucker's going to kill me for sure. In fact, I do think like it's like I actually have to be careful that I don't push too hard on the corruption stuff because it's going to get me killed. Yeah. It's like I was actually thinking about that on the plane flight over here. It's like if I push too hard on the corruption stuff, people get desperate.
He actually seemed to be at a loss for words to know that there's a person that knows that there's corruption going down in organizations for like insider trading and stuff for the stock market. That in itself should lead into an investigation by some kind of team, because he's basically just saying, hey, yeah, there's definitely some corrupt stuff going down. Now he needs to be questioned, and all of the organizations that are with him or around him probably also need to be questioned. I think he's actually serious when he said that kind of stuff could probably get him assassinated for sure.
So I'm at a local grotto, and I'm remembering the time that I dug under there. And let me show you something. I found these stones under here. And there's all this meltage. Wondering what happened to have all these melt. It's almost like it's a super tall cathedral. A very old cathedral. And it goes way underground, like 100 feet underground. And this is the top of the cathedral.
That's a fun theory.
But it got so melted through some type of something. Cause that's like meltage. That doesn't look like normal rock. This, absolutely everything looks melted. Like, what is that? If anyone has a good explanation, here's more.
The following series of videos are from an unidentified woman who has been dealing with something that's truly been terrifying her. Anytime she goes outside, goes for a walk, there's always this shadowy, mysterious figure watching her from the distance, and she's recorded them every single time. She has no idea who it is or what they want. But it's gotten to the point to where she doesn't even want to go outside. Take a look at this.
That would be disturbing. But what happens if you approach it? Like, I would like to see that. I don't know. My guess is just someone watching in the distance and this is a hoaxed video. Hopefully that's what it is. If not, that lady needs to be very careful because someone's probably stalking her. And if you know me, I'm gonna have to go check and see what it is.
You know what I heard recently?
What?
I didn't know that birds in the morning, they actually have a purpose for chirping. So, you know how like when you wake up, you're supposed to wake up to birds chirping, right?
Yeah.
That's our natural
That's how you
instincts.
know
That's
it's
our
like
human
morning.
nature to hear birds chirping in the morning. That's how
Yeah.
you wake up, the sun setting, whatever, or sun rising, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Apparently, when birds chirp in the morning, they actually send sonic waves to plants that stimulate that it's morning for them and gets them
I've heard
ready
about
to
that.
receive sunlight.
What the
So
heck?
in the same way, did you know like if you played, they played music, specifically like hip hop music, instead of birds, and it pretty much destroyed the plants.
Damn.
So they stimulated in like their own environment instead of bird chirping.
Okay.
They played the hip hop music and it was literally killing the plants because the sonic waves weren't the same. Yeah.
I have heard about this before, and I truly do actually believe it. I think that birds chirping in the morning does help stimulate plants. It helps them open up, along with helping people as well. Now, as far as the hip-hop music actually killing plants, I could kind of believe that too, but I do think classical music's supposed to be good for plants as well. Let me know in the comments of what you guys think about this. Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end today's video. As always, I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping by and watching these videos with me. And with that being said, have a good day.